Okay, so today's video we're doing a quick start guide. This is going to be on the PC series. So if you're buying a machine from a dealer, it's going to come ready to set up, so this doesn't really apply. But for whatever reason, if it's coming direct to you, this is how you'll get your machine. So once you've unwrapped your black, your orange wrap, this is what it'll look like. And we're just going to run through what you need to do to get it up and running, get you going. A few tools you need, but we'll come to them in a minute as we require them. I'll just run through where everything is, what we're going to do. And then get to actually getting it unpacked and ready to use. Starting from this side here, so you'll have your jockey wheel, you've got your drawbar, sorry, they're all wrapped unpacked to one side. If you come round, you'll have your control box here. So that's your one that actually does your tipping function. We'll come to that when we need it, so leave that one on there for now. And then at the top here, these will be the brackets you need for putting the battery in. Because of the battery we use on these, we can't ship them upright, we've got to ship them separately on the pallet so it's safe and protected. So you've got battery brackets there, and then we've also got your handbook with cable tied on here, and your keys for the engine as well, all cable tied there. And then last thing, a couple of things around here. We've got the battery itself, like I say, got to be shipped like that. That's just got to be put in. It's all fully charged, ready to go, but it just needs fitting on the machine. And then the jockey wheel. So I'm going to get these all unpacked, and we'll start doing it. So the knife. The first thing we'll do is put the drawbar on. Now it comes pre-assembled, so just a couple of bolts to put in. So you've got your drawbar there, which is going onto the mount up top here. So I'll take these bolts out. And then if we grab the drawbar, so if you have a look in here, you've got two bolts on the back, two holes here. So we'll put the first one in there. Now you'll find these, because it is new, it's quite tight. So using a soft hammer, drop that in there, and then I'm going to wiggle that into position. And then once you're on the back one, you can lift this one up. And you've got this one goes in the sliding slot. Pop that one in there. And then the last one we've got, so this is your drawbar height adjustment, effectively. You've got a couple of positions that this will go in. For most people, it will be in the lower hole. If you've got a very high drawbar on your towing vehicle, you may have to move it to the upper hole, but most people, you'll be in this one. And this one there. When you put this on, there's a couple of spaces as well. So the spaces sit to either side of this ball, just to center this in the gap. So when you put it together, make sure you've got the spaces in there in the right orientation. If you've got two people, this is easier because you can get someone to hold the drawbar up. There we go. So you see we've got the two spaces either side there. Firstly, we'll tighten this top one here, which is a 24mm. Using a socket on a spanner or a couple of spanners. Just tighten that one up so it's secure. And then we'll change to a 19mm and then tighten these two here. So these two, because this is adjustable, this height is adjustable with the drawbars. Just tighten them, don't tighten them excessively tight, just so they secure the drawbar in place. Tighten those both up. And then when you get onto your towing vehicle, you use this to alter your drawbar angle, but we cover that in our other videos. So I'll just set that one up so it's roughly roughly in the right place where I think it should be. When it comes into you, it's on these transport brackets here. So what we'll do is we'll undo the 3 screws on either side, lower it to the ground, and then we take these transport brackets off. Your 13mm socket to remove these coach bolts, and then you want to get someone else to give you a hand to lower it down, just because of the weight, so you can do it safely. Okay, so at this point you want to get someone else to give you a hand. You're just going to pull the machine down until you lower it down onto the ground. You want 2 people to do it. So I'll go and grab someone and we'll lower this down. Okay, so down on the ground, a couple of things left to do. We want to take those 2 transport brackets off the back, jockey wheel on, and then we'll do the battery here. So transport brackets, 17mm socket. And then repeat the other side. You want to keep these in case you ever need to transport or sell the machine, that is handy for that. Thing is jockey wheel. So you've got a bracket here on the front. Pop that in there, jockey wheel. Last thing to do, so that's the battery, and you need to take this cover off on the front here to access the battery compartment. So this is where the battery lives when it's running. In normal operation, the engine charges the battery, so you shouldn't have to touch it. But if the machine's laid up over the winter for a period, you may need to just open this cover just to charge the battery off if it has gone flat over the winter. One thing just to note is you've got obviously 2 time bars on this machine. We've taken this one off already, just for the video, because it's easier to access here and show you on the video as well. So once you've got the battery on, fit the time bar on there as well. You have your battery, you have a bag of brackets. Now the battery arrives all charged and ready to go. But as ever with first use, just you want to run it sort of like 10-15 minutes when you first use it, at least, because it gives it a chance to then charge the battery if it has just discharged a little bit during transit. Take the covers off. Now you've got your 2 terminals here. Obviously red one is going to go to your positive, black to your negative, and then you've got these brackets which then sits on here, and this holds your battery in place. So you've got the hook bolts which come in through here. And then one either side, and that sits on the battery and holds the battery in place. So what I'd normally do, fit the hook bolts first, just loosely, because it's easier to do it before you put the battery in, because you can see what you're doing. So it's quite a tight squeeze, but you've got enough cable there that you're going to get these adjusted and fitted as you need. Okay, so with the terminals, you've got a 10mm socket on there, or 10mm spanner rather. So make sure you've got your red on your positive, which will be marked up. That's fit securely. And be the same on this side with the negative. Okay, that's those tightened up. Now you've got to move your battery back in. The bracket goes on there, and then you have a bolt and a locking nut to retain the battery. And the same on the other side. Now, if you've got a 13mm, so this is a 13mm, if you've got a deep 13mm socket, it speeds this up dramatically. Or you can just do it with a spanner if that's what you've got available. So to make sure that's all centered, then tighten that up. So it's going to hold your battery securely. Do it evenly both sides so that your battery's all nice and secure. Like that. And then battery cover back on. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll put this time bar back on, so I'll undo that one. The time bars, you'll generally start on the highest position here. They are height adjustable. And as the times wear, or if you want it to agitate more, you can drop that down because you've got a number of detents on there that they'll secure into. There you go. That is everything. Machine unpalleted, ready to go. We'll cover the usage and set up an initial run in a separate video.